Hi guys, I'm Nasadan and we are playing Stonehearth. A little introduction. So Stonehearth is a indie game, as I understand, and it's in early access. So I'm not advertising to actually go and buy the game. Buy the game only if you really want to support the developers. If you want to actually have this thing as a final product, and so on, so on, so on, right? The usual thing about the early access, and this game is. Interesting game. It's a city building game with a survival aspect also, maybe not really a survival aspect actually, but it's interesting, and it has a very gorgeous graphics and this kind of comicsy voxel type graphics. I really dig it. It's really nice, and this is a game that I was watching for like a year or so, and I finally decided to actually go and buy it because I'm really interested in it. I played a couple of very short games, so I don't know a lot about the game, and I may or may not make a lot of mistakes, so sorry. But the game is really interesting. So it's like that. You have to actually start a new game. Well, we'll be actually starting a new game, and this is how you create your story, scenario, whatever we want to call it, right? You can choose between a race, basically, or a kingdom, actually it's called, and you have the ascendancy, and some kind of kingdom-like thing. It's the most fantasy thing that you can actually imagine, like the most typical fantasy folks, right? And the other one is a Raya children, and those are like the desert people and so. Well, for now I will go with the typical people, right? And yeah, well, yeah, right. Okay, and now we can actually go and select our biome, right? So we can actually play with a temperate forest or a desert. Deserts look really nice, but I suspect that they are a little bit harder to play with, because when I actually wanted to pick a place on a map on the desert, right, there wasn't really that much of resources around. So for the let's play, I will go with the temperate one because well, it's easier. So that's mostly because I will be actually talking myself, so I will be not concentrating 100% on the game, right? I still have to actually make some kind of narrative, and we'll go with the normal difficulty because for now, on my level of understanding of the game, it's still kind of challenging. So so yeah, we'll go with the normal one. You can also go with the sandbox mode, but yeah, I like to have some monsters, right? And the hard one, I feel it's maybe not yet. So the game is in alpha stage. So for example, here I have this kind of problem. I don't know really why it's happening right now. Maybe the OBS is making some kind of interaction with the game that's actually doing that. OBS is the software that I'm using for the recording, right? But normally you have here the portraits of your hearthlings, and those are beautifully drawn voxel-like portraits, and they are very interesting, right? So basically, those are our hearthlings. So we can see their stats and so, and we can choose our starting gear, right? So for the starting gear, that's the thing. This is like a couple of things that I already know how they work, kinda, right? So you want to get the food because it's important at the very beginning to actually have a lot of food, right? And those things aren't really, well, actually, there are pumpkin baskets. Is that much? Because I would really like to start with this thing, but then you are not getting anything else. So you have to actually build everything very quickly. Because Trapper's Knife is actually quite interesting, because it's a medium tech level, basically, stuff. No, I will go with the safer approach. I will go with the farmer's hoe. Because you have to start with a farmer, or you really need to have a farmer. Wooden sword, maybe not, but I'll actually maybe go with a weaver spindle, or not actually, maybe actually wooden sword. Yeah, I can go with the wooden sword. And I want to have all the food that I can actually get, right? Okay, so we can embark. Now we'll have a now we'll have to actually go and choose a spot on the map that we actually want to start with. And you want to start in somewhat no, for example, this thing, it's actually quite nice because it actually shows us that there's a lot of plants and trees. There is a quite nice amount of wildlife and quite nice amount of minerals. That's quite nice, right? So I think I will actually go with this spot. And there's not really that much water around, so that's very nice also. Okay, I will actually go here. You can actually re-roll the map and so a couple of times and so. If the first thing doesn't really goes with you, then you can actually go and reroll. So that's not really a problem. And as you can see, most of the graphics when you are in loading screen, so they are very adorable. I really like this style. I really like this style. It's really something that I actually like. Okay, so we have to go and oh wow, what is this thing? There's like a big yeah, there's like a big rabbit. Oh, cool. That I never saw actually. I never saw something like that before. Okay, so what kind of terrain we have here? There's the mountain. The mountain will be important later on. There's the like all the other stuff. I think the most sensible starting point would be to start here. I think here is the most sensible point. Yeah, I'll start here. Okay, and our settlement will be called Fair Gold Fort, maybe not. I will go with the Hellhole, just as our farm in Stardew Valley, right? I actually like this kind of name. Okay, so the first thing that we want to go is to designate some kind of zone for storage. I will go with a 13 by 13. Can I actually get 13 by 13? Yeah, space here, so there will be our common storage for everything basically. And I will designate a couple of guys to actually start chopping down trees here, because we'll need a lot of wood. A lot of wood. Okay. Okay. And the first thing that we actually want to start making is to place, is to actually promote some guys, right? So we want to have a farmer very quickly. Wow, we don't really have great mind, folks. I will go with this guy, and this guy will be our first farmer, or maybe actually carpenter. Yeah, I will actually go with the carpenter, because carpenter is a little bit more important. Okay, here's also a guy, and he will be a farmer. Okay, so basically for all the crafting professions and so, you want to have guys that have high mind statistic. And we want to actually go and place some buildings. I will actually use some of the buildings that I already made. For example, this thing that's totally not showing up. But that's not the building that I actually want to have. Simple house maybe I would like to have for the very beginning. But I think I will actually go with this one. And I will place somewhat 2 of those, I think. 2 of those. Here. Those are like pre-built buildings, so yeah, we just have access to them, that's all. And I will place another one here, not an item, sorry, a building. Yeah, here. Yeah, start building. And that will give us 8 beds basically, and right now we have 7 hearthlings, right? So the hearthlings will need accommodation, right? So a place to actually go and sleep. They will need a place to eat, and so on, so on, so on. So we have to take care of those kind of needs, and we will take care of them by building new buildings and actually like setting up spaces that they actually can go and do all those things. Okay, that's cool. Some free stuff. Let's speed up the game a little bit at least. We have a lot of food, so that's very good. And we also want to designate farming zones. Farming zones are very important because we need a lot of food. Okay, turnip, carrot, and pumpkin. Okay, next farms. Next ones. I am actually making like those kind of 8x5 ones, right? And they work pretty much okay as I learned. So that's okay. And you also want to have this kind of stuff, silkweed, right, to be actually harvested. And very quickly we will actually want to have the silkweed just actually farmed, because this is something that I actually learned kind of by accident. The weaver profession, right, that we'll have in couple, or no, I actually picked the wooden sword. Okay, so we'll not have. But the weaver can actually make very nice early game armor and workers uniforms themselves, right? And they give buffs, and that's very cool. So you basically want to have those kind of things, like like this kind of stuff, padded vest and upgraded worker outfit and so, right? This is basically what weaver makes. Yeah, this is like nothing that we actually want to actually go and buy, so that's okay. So now we actually have to wait just to have the homes created. And something that and the fun thing is that basically here in Stonehearth, right, you can have like 2 levels and 3 levels and 5 levels and I don't know how many levels buildings, but they are very hard to actually go and navigate in. So when you're designing buildings or placing buildings, keep that in mind, because yeah, it's alpha, right? So those kind of features will come, yeah, without any kind of doubt. Okay, more stuff to harvest. And here we'll make a tunnel in a second or two. Actually, I can actually start making a tunnel. Mine tunnel. Yay! Okay. Not paused, not sliced. Okay, that's cool. And we have nearly our buildings. That's very cool. When we will be having those ready, I will designate a new another building that will be a dining hall, because that will be also a building that we'll be needing, and a carpenter's thingy. Yeah, but the game is really gorgeous. I have to admit that the game is really gorgeous. I love the art style. I love how it how the animations are performed. I love that there's like a pathfinding on all ladders to actually make the roof, and so those are like small things that I really like. Those are like small detail thingies. And okay, so this is actually needs a small explanation because I didn't saw that in any kind of other game. So to get next hearthling, right, you need to have a certain amount of food, and the village has to be worth something, certain amount of something, right? And we have the net worth, we don't have the food because we didn't have any kind of harvest made by our farmer, right? So basically this is the way how you can get more hearthlings, and as far as I can say, this is the only way that you can get new hearthlings. Okay, place a building, short dining hall, yeah, and I will make it here. I can just rotate it. It's cool, and yeah, somewhere here. Okay, but yeah, start the building. And also the carpenter's house. And those are all pre-built ones, but I'm totally cool with that because they look okay. They look okay, and that's okay for me. I also have like a couple of saved templates that are made by me, and that's okay. But yeah, those things are okay for now, and mine are for like a little bit later in the game. Okay. Yeah, start the building. Okay, so next two buildings are on the way. We have a lot of wood, so I am not really that worried. But I will already promote the next hearthling to one of the hearthlings to a footman. Okay, so what the footman is basically a town guard. He patrols, and then he will be also defending us from other from any kind of foes and something like that, right? And the thing that we actually want to have is this thing, is a rough wooden shield that's a defense for the footman, and we would like to have this. Also, we would like to actually have this thing queued, and a wooden sword, and a weaver thingy queued, and another wooden sword queued. Okay, that's very cool. Let's speed up the game, because nothing really that interesting is right now happening. This is basically level 3, right? Speed, and you have to enable it in the options. Otherwise, it's not really viable for you. And I don't know really why, because it says that the game may be not stable or so, right? But for me, it just runs perfectly okay. So, yeah, some kind of problems maybe. But for example, those kind of like portraits for the hearthlings, and they are not here, and that's also something, right? But it's alpha, so it's alpha 20, I think. So yeah, still. Okay. We are doing really bad on food. Really bad on food. We are doing really bad. So we would like to actually ramp up the production of food somehow, and that will be by creating a new farmer. But for that, we want to have the carpenters ready. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, farmer level 1. That's cool. That's actually cool, because one day. Oh, we have. Okay, so we have a new hearthling. It's cool. Who is he? This one, right? And he will be a great footman. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, basically having a one footman isn't really that great. I think early game you should still have like 2 footmen, because in my short plays, previous short plays, I had some problems when basically one footman was just overwhelmed by sheer amount of foes, and that was basically the issue. And for example, like this kind of stuff, those are endlings, and those are very easy to actually go and deal with, so that's not really a problem. One footman should without any kind of problems deal with them. But later on, you just have like a couple of goblins or something like that, and just the sheer number of foes are the problem. So for now, I think we are okay with one footman, but we'll be aiming to have another one very quickly. So yeah, that's that, right? Okay, gather this thing. Okay. And we have a merchant that I am totally not interested in doing anything with you. Sorry. Okay, and they have to actually sleep outside. Why they are sleeping outside? Oh, it may be that our carpenter is not... oh yeah, because of our carpenter. Oh, okay. So I made the stuff in the wrong order. Because we needed a carpenter's bench before we could actually make anything else usable. Yeah. So for example, beds and those kind of furniture stuff, they need a carpenter workbench, and it will be placed like in a couple of seconds here. Yeah, and now it can be actually done. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so basically this is the night tree that they are basically sleeping on the ground. Oh, that's not perfect, but well, okay. That's not also not the worst thing. We have already 2 beds, so that's okay. Yeesh. Yeah, we have actually, we'll be actually having place for 9 of those. Assault area of basic furniture. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. Okay. And we have basically this thing totally filled up. Our fuel storage is totally filled up. Well, that's okay-ish. Okay-ish. Because we'll be using a lot of the wood, so that's okay. What we can do here, we could do some decorations. I would not be really that against. You have to actually make your village pretty, and well, not really pretty, just actually filled with stuff, and that's because of the whole idea with like net worth of the village. If it is worth a lot, then you can have more hearthlings. So you have to basically expand your village and prettify it constantly, pretty much constantly. So yeah, that's why you want to actually go and do something like that. Okay, I'll go actually make this thing here. Yeah, it also counts as a building, what I'm actually doing right now, but that's all. It just counts as a building. That's all, basically. I would like to have some benches, maybe. Here. Yeah, this is this one. Yeah, this is this one. Okay, bench. It's very cool. Looks very nice. Here also. Can I do something else? No, not really. Not really, apparently. I will actually make here a bench also. Daily update. Okay, finish editing and boot everything. Yes, boot. Okay, daily update. Not enough food. We have the net worth. Okay, that's cool. Okay, and our carpenter is creating more and more stuff, so that's very cool. Actually, you carpenter, could I get my hoe? This thing very quickly. Okay, it's here. Here. Oh, this carpenter is actually filled with stuff to make. Okay. Carpenter level 2 is needed. Well, okay, that's coolish. And it's level 2, as I understand. Okay. Ugh. This interface has to be actually fixed. Because this is really annoying when you have to do something like this. I want to basically have the equipment built as soon as possible before even the buildings are finished. Okay. And yeah, are we good? Yeah, now we are good. Okay. Okay, and I think we can promote another one to another hearthling to a farmer. Huh. Well, you will be a farmer. Approve. Thank you. Presume. And we have a invasion, right? No, invaders. Okay, another invaders. Stoning. Okay, that's cool. Go and attack it. Okay. Okay, so they are attacking, but we should be just perfectly fine. Those are also very easy foes, so they shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, the graphics is so gorgeous, really. I love how everything looks in this game. It's very pleasing. Okay, oh, so we have nearly all the buildings are finished, nearly, and furniture. Okay, so that's very cool. Can we actually designate a new farm with the with what it's called with silkweed? Yeah, we can. Okay, and we'll also need something like this for this one. And okay, and also for this one. Okay. So now we need more turnip. We need more carrots, and we need more pumpkins. Cool. Okay, now we have 2 farmers, so we can have more farms. So that's very cool. No, maybe not. Actually, no. No, remove. But I would like to have here a quite long storage. But this will be a storage only for food. Okay, this will actually give me like a visual representation of how much food do we have. So that's very cool. And I will cut the episode here, and we'll see each other next time when I will be playing Stonehearth, right? So cheers guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.